And we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez. I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. We are in Great Bend as the Newton Rebels will take on the Great Bend Batcats. The standings for so far up to date. The Cheney Diamond Dogs come in with a 22-2 record in conference play. They are 28-2 overall. They are on a 8-2 of the last 10 games. The Hutchinson Monarchs are 20-4, are 2 games behind Cheney, and they have won the last 10 games. So they are on a 10-game win streak. They are followed by the Rose Hill Sluggers, who are come in with an 18-6. They have won 1 in a row now. They are 8-2 in the last 10 games. Then we have the Great Bend Batcats, who come in 12-16. And they lost last night. So they come in with a 2-8 record in the last 10 games. They are followed by the Derby Twins, who are 11-16. They won last night against Great Bend. And they are 4-6 in the last 10 games. They are followed by the Mulvane Patriots, who are 9-15. They've lost 4 games in a row now, and they are 4-6 in the last 10 games. Then it's the Newton Rebels, who are 9-15. They are on a game losing streak, but they had a great series against the number 1 team, the Cheney Diamond Dogs, as they split those 2 games and went 12 innings last night before losing 11-8. They are 4-6 in the last 10 games. They are followed by the Hayesville Aviators, who are 5-18. Aviators lost 1 game here. They're on a 1-game losing streak, I should say, and they're 2-8 in the last 10 games. And then the Sunflower Seeds are 5-19. They are on a 3-game win streak, and they are 4-6 for the last 10 games. So once again, the Newton Rebels split with the Cheney Diamond Dogs as they lost a heartbreaker as they were up 7-0 in that first game and end up losing 8-7 on a 3-run home run, on a walk-off home run in the bottom half of the 9th inning in Cheney. And then they came back and won 6-5 as they were down by 1 and ended up hitting a home run, a walk-off home run in the bottom half of the 9th inning to win 6-5. Then last night's game, or I should say Saturday's game, the Diamond Dogs ended up winning in 12 innings as they won 11-8. The score was all tied up going into the 9th inning. And then the Diamond Dogs hit a 2-run home run in the top half of the 9th inning. And then in the bottom half of the 9th inning, Enzo Bonventri hit a 2-run home run to tie it up. They ended up going 12 innings. In the top half of the 12th inning, they hit a 3-run home run, and that's how the score stayed 11-8. We do have your starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the Newton Rebels, leading off and playing second base will be number 2, Jack Sigris. Batting second, the third baseman will be number 55, Nolan Riley. Batting third and playing first base will be number 21, Lincoln Andrews. Batting fourth and DHing, number 17, Enzo Bonventri. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 23, Joey Martinez. Batting sixth and playing shortstop will be number 1, Andrew Brotman. Batting seventh and playing left field will be number 5, Aaron Eshelman. Batting eighth and catching will be number 4, A.J. Parcero. Batting ninth and playing center field will be number 14, Sam Cassane. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 11, Zach Martinez. The head coach for the Rebels is Brett Clark. He's assisted by Jed Bruckbader, Jake Gibbs, and Jordan Roselle. And now here's the starting lineup for the home team, the Great Bend Batcats. Leading off and playing center field will be number 4, Alex Rogers. Batting second, the second baseman, number 8, Colin Minard. Batting third and playing first base will be number 20, Jake Baker. Batting fourth and playing left field will be number 6, Brady Mitchell. Batting fifth and catching will be number 15, Trent Touche. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 25, Tyler Henry. Batting seventh and DHing will be number 16, Kristen Oliver. Batting eighth and playing third base will be number 2, Chance Ragsdale. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 7, Seth Carnegie. And pitching for the Batcats will be number 18, Jaden Saylor. Roger Ward, assisted by Chris Dawson. Once again, we are in Great Bend, Kansas. About a 2-hour drive from Wichita, or an hour and 45 minutes from first game of the 4-game series between the Newton Rebels and the Great Bend Batcats. We'll be back at home tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock versus the Batcats. And then Wednesday back here in Great Bend for a 7 o'clock start. Back home on Thursday before we have the All-Star game on Saturday night, the 25th. We'd like to thank all our sponsors: Insurance Agency, American Family Insurance, Duty Works, Conradi Insurance Group, Boston Insurance, Pouch Enterprise, Realty Connection, Roofing Services Unlimited, Shamrock Car Wash, Pate and Paul, Attorneys at Law, Affordable Autos, Remax Associates of Newton, Kansas, Tim Marler and Family, Carl Hodges, Dr. Brett Wolfs, DDS, Newton Rec Commission, Bob Berg, Buy Local, and Ray Roofing. Also like to thank all our host parents, Connie Miller, Joe Petlow, Michelle and Brett Kaufman, Robin and Christopher Eshelman and Aaron Eshelman, Tammy Schmidt, Chad and Joni Cossendine, and Zach Bravo. Again, we could not do it without all our sponsors. Also, we said that the All-Star X Stadium, we'd like to thank those that are participating in that All-Star game. For the Great Bend Batcats, they'll have number 18, Jaden Saylor, and he is pitching here tonight, starting tonight. So he will be on the All-Star team, along with Jake Baker from the School of Kansas. He's from Lawrence, Kansas, 6'4", 220 pounders. And also on the All-Star team is Brady Mitchell. His hometown is Great Bend. His school is Emporia State. That is for the All-Stars for the Great Bend. And All-Stars for the Newton Rebels, we have number 35, Aaron Bechtel from Wichita, Kansas, a 5'11", 175 pounder, junior out of Wichita State. Number 28, Zach Bravo, Rio Rancho, New Mexico, 6'4", 175 pounder, junior out of Lamar University. Joey Martinez, number 23, from Glendale, Arizona, 6', 195 pounder, sophomore out of Gateway Community College. Number 15, Hibiki Uchi, Kaminagawa, Japan, a 5'6", 170 pounder, Agate Valley College. And then also will be Lincoln Andrews from Canyon City, Colorado, a 6'4", 215 pounder, freshman out of Southeast Missouri State. Also on the All-Star team will be number 17, Enzo Bonventry from Detroit, 6', 210 pounder, junior out of Lake Erie College. And then we have number 2, Jack Sigris from Plano, Texas, a 5'11", 183 pounder, sophomore out of Wichita State. Also on the coaching, Clark, I'm not sure if he's got any of the assistants with him or not, but if they are, We'd like to congratulate them, Jed Brockbrader, Jake Gibbs, and Jordan Roselle. So congratulations to those making the All-Star team. Once again, that game will be on Saturday, 7 o'clock at X Stadium. Now, we will not be on YouTube, but it will be on YouTube on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel. Once again, game time is 7, and I do understand that they're not carrying the home run derby. I believe it's supposed to start around 6 o'clock. So don't forget to join us for that All-Star game. Have not been asked to PA yet, but I did the All-Star game. We'll see what happens there. Once again, we're about ready to get started here as the Newton Rebels will be taking on the Great Bend Batcats. This is the big series here for both teams as they're trying to get one of the spots that to be able to go into the NBC World Series. Once again, Great Bend is in 4th place, and Newton is tied for 6th place. At 9 and 15, if they happen to sweep 4, that will take them to 13 and 15 and send the Green Batcats to 12 and 20. So, but of course, you all know that we have to start one game at a time. Been playing good ball the last 4 or 5 games. They defeated the Sluggers and then the Cheney Diamond Dogs twice. So hopefully we continue to play good ball. And I think our pitching's coming around. Our defense has definitely stepped up a lot. And we're going to get ready to do our we're going to pause for just a second for our national anthem. And we'll be ready to play ball here shortly. We'll be right back.
Number 2, Chance. Rock.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez. I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. And I'm going solo here tonight as Mark Cavallo is back at home. Could make the trip tonight, but I think he did say that he will be here on Wednesday. Defensively for Great Bend at first base will be number 20, Baker. Second baseman, number 8, Minard. At shortstop, number 7, Carnegie. Third base will be number 2, Ragsdale. Left fielder, number 6, Mitchell. Center fielder, number 4, Rogers. Right fielder will be number 25, Henry. Catching number 15, Touche. And pitching for the Great Bend Batcats will be number 18, Jaden Saylor. Saylor on the mound here for the Batcats. Saylor is a 6'3", 200-pounder. From Boy, hometown is Garland, Texas. He comes in with a 1-2 record, 3.00 ERA. He's appeared in 5 ball games, has started 4, has gone 24 innings, has struck out 28, has 16 base on balls, and has given up 20 hits. So Jaden Saylor will be throwing here for the Great Bend Batcats. Once again, we were saying that this is a big series here tonight. The Newton Rebels could definitely move up if they sweep 4. And then I believe after that they'll have the All-Star break, and then they'll come back and face Hayesville. So they have a really good chance here the next 2 weeks, the way they've been playing ball especially. The first batter coming up for the Newton Rebels will be the second baseman, number 2, Jack Sigris. Sigris is a 5'11", 183-pounder from Wichita State University. Hometown is Plano, Texas. Sigris comes in batting .320 for this season, as he's appeared in 23 ball games, has been up to bat 97 times, and has 31 hits, and has scored 19 runs. And here's Saylor's first pitch. That one high for ball 1. So the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes to Jack Sigris. Sigris also has a total of 16 RBIs. Sigris also has 2 home runs to his credit. A swing and a miss there by Sigris, and the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Good pitch there. So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Sigris. Breaking ball missing high for ball 2. Once again, we hope you join us and you enjoy the telecast here this evening, as we are in Great Bend, Kansas for game 1. Fastball is fouled off by Sigris to the right side. That would take the count now to 2 balls and 2. And here's the pitch by Saylor. That one missing outside for ball. Well, correction, he called that a strike on the outside corner. And looking for out number 1. That is the first out recorded by Saylor. It's going to bring up the third baseman, number 55, Nolan Riley. And I know Jack Sigris thought that one was outside, but he called the corner there. So there is 1 down here in the top half of the first inning. Down is 1 ball, no strikes now to Nolan Riley. Ball hit to the third baseman. Not going to be able to get to it. That one will be in for a base hit. Rounding first, going to second base is Riley, and Riley will be on at second base as the left fielder Mitchell was not able to get to it in time and get it into the infield in time. So Nolan Riley stretches that into second. That would bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. Here's Saylor's pitch. That one missing outside for ball 1. Lincoln Andrews comes in batting .361 as he's been at the plate 105 times, has 38 hits, has 6 home runs, and 33 RBIs. And here's the pitch. A check swing there by Andrews. And as ball 2. 2-0 now the count to Lincoln Andrews. Once again, if you're just now joining us, we're just getting started. Sigris go by for out number 1. Then Riley hustled a single into a double as he ends up at second base. That ball was hit out to left field. And here's Saylor's pitch. That one missing outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes now to Lincoln Andrews. Bonventry on deck. And Martinez in the hole. With 1 down here in the top half of the first inning. No score yet. And here's Saylor's pitch. That one missing low for ball 4. So Lincoln Andrews will be on with a base on balls. That will put runners on at first and second with 1 down. And now batting the designated hitter number 17, Enzo the Boom Bonventry. Bonventry hit that 2-run home run in the bottom half of the 9th inning the other night against tie the ball game up and send it into extra innings, where the Rebels finally lost 11-8 in 12 innings. There's a throwback to second base, and in safely was Riley. Not covering was the second baseman, Minert. But it was able to make, so everybody's safe at first and second. One down here in the top half of the first. There's the pitch to Bonventry. That one right across the plate for strike one. So the count, no balls, one strike now to Bonventry. That was an off-change pitch here. Bonventry gets a lot of breaking balls and also a lot of, there's another one right in there for call, strike two. Also gets a lot of sliders. Apparently they know about his power. So the count is no balls, two strikes now to Bonventry. And here's Saylor's pitch. Fastball that is fouled off by Bonventry to the right-hand side. So both runners will hit back to first and second as Riley's on at second. Andrews reach on a base on balls. Riley on a base hit. No balls, two strikes now to Bonventry as we are in the top half of the first inning. No score yet so far. And here's the pitch. Fastball fouled off there by Bonventry to the right-hand side. So the count stays at no balls and two strikes. Yeah, somebody's saying that there's a delay in our video. That ball hit, they're backing up, making the catch for out number two. That was Brady Mitchell backing up to make that catch. So now there's two down. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 23, Joey Martinez. I keep getting an alarm here on our video, and I believe that's what's delaying our voice. Got all microphones off except for the one I'm using, so hopefully that's not going to be too annoying for you. Once again, runners on at first and second. That first pitch to Martinez misses outside for ball one. So the count goes 1 ball, no strikes now to Martinez. And there's another warning. I may have to change something here. We'll see if we can't do it between innings. Breaking ball in there for call, strike one. So that will take the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike. As we are in the bottom half of the first inning with no score. Runners on at first and second. As the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Martinez. Fastball swing and a miss there by Martinez as the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saylor. They don't have a speed gun out here that I see, but they had pretty good pop on that glove by Saylor. Hand side, second baseman. Minor gets in front of it, goes to first for out number 3. So a 4-3 put out for the third out. Top half the first inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 1/2 inning to play, it is the Rebels 0 and the Batcats coming to bat. First base will be number 21, Andrews. Second baseman will be number 2, Sigris. At shortstop, number 1, Brotman. Third baseman, number 55, Riley. In left field, number 5, Eshelman. Center fielder will be number 14, Cassane. Right fielder, number 23, Martinez. Catching this evening will be number 4, A.J. Parcell. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 11, Zach Martinez. And I'll give you the numbers on Martinez here. as Martinez is a 5'10", 170-pounder from Gateway Community College, hometown Glendale, Arizona. He has got no wins, no losses. He has an 8.19 ERA. He's appeared in 6 ball games. Has pitched 18 and 2/3 innings. Has total 21 strikeouts, 20 base on balls, and 18 hits off of Martinez. First batter that he will be facing will be center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. Minard on deck and Baker in the hole. Minard is a 6-foot, 190-pounder from Deerbrook, Wisconsin. He comes in batting .310 for the Batcats, as he's appeared in 27 ball games, has been up the bat 100 times, has 31 hits, and has scored 20 runs and a total of 15 RBIs. Martinez ready to go. Here's his first pitch. A swing and a miss there by Rogers. And I think I went to the wrong guy. I went to Minard instead of Rogers. My bad. We'll go back and give you my Rogers' bio. Apparently I just pushed the wrong button. Alex Rogers is 5'10", 190-pounder from Barton Community College. Hometown is Omaha, Nebraska. There we go. Now we're on the right sheet. He comes in batting .190 as he's appeared in 28 ball games. That one fouled off by Rogers. And the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. So it is Alex Rogers, Minard on deck, and Baker in the hole. Rogers also only has 19 hits. That one missing Heim for ball 1. So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Rogers. As we are in the bottom half of the first inning. No score yet so far. We hope you're joining us. Don't forget to tell your family and friends to go to Newton Rebels YouTube. Go to YouTube. They can watch the game right along with you. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Alex Rogers. And here's Martinez's pitch. Ball hit to the third base side. That's going to be foul. Roger Ward. So count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful evening here in Great Bend. By the way, Great Bend is wearing blue tonight with white pants. That one lifted into the infield. Shortstop backing up. Stop makes the call. That's Brotman and makes the catch for out number 1. It's going to bring up the second bit. And I already told you his bios by mistake. It is, see if we can get a temperature here in Great Bend. Saying it is 90 degrees here in Great Bend. They do have a 20% chance of rain, 55 humidity, and the wind's blowing southeast at 12 miles an hour. Has blue jerseys with red lettering, white pants, and your Newton Rebels have their red jerseys with white numbers. That one fouled off by Minard. So the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's the pitch by Martinez. Ball lifted into center field. Center fielders Kassane backing up, making the catch for out number 2. So we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 20, Jake Baker. Baker's a 6'4", 220-pounders from Lawrence, Kansas, and he goes to he's a Jayhawk as he goes to Kansas. 2 or 3 players from the Batcats that have made the All-Star team, so we'll be seeing him Saturday night. comes in batting 287. That pitch is outside for ball 2 to Baker. He has appeared in 27 ball games, has been up the bat 101 times, has 29 and 15 RBIs. Here's Martinez's pitch, a swing and a miss there by Baker, and the count right. As we are in the bottom half of the first inning with 2 down and no score. Martinez's pitch lifted into the shortstop. Shortstop over to Andrews for out number 3. So a 6-3 put out for the third out. And the bottom half of the first inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1 inning play, we have no score, and we'll be right back. Baseball as we go to the top half of the second inning. And I have a guest with us here tonight, Tommy Thrasher, number 22, a 6'1", 210 pounder from Long Beach State. And his hometown is Lafayette, California. Tommy, I was wanting to have some guests up here tonight. Tonight we don't have General Manager Mark Cavala. I just wanted to ask you, how have you liked the season so far here in Kansas?
So far, it's been a great learning experience for me. I just said it's been a great learning experience for me, honestly. I mean, I just graduated high school, college baseball and everything, and I got a text from Coach saying, hey, we're sending you to Kansas. And I said, well, all right. And I think I, quote-unquote, graduated on June 4th, and I was on a plane June 6th and to Kansas, and here I am. And it's been quite the experience, honestly, learning everything about new people, and yeah.
Are there any parents that you'd like to say hi to back in California?
I would like to say hi to, that's a nice hit. I would like to say hi to my mom and my dad, Carrie and Pete Thrasher, my brother Max. I don't know if he's in Oregon or back in California right now, and my friends back home. You guys know who you are. Okay.
Brotman recorded his first hit of the ball game here in the top half of the second inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 5, Aaron Eshelman. Well, it looks like you guys have been kind of on a little roll here the last 4 or 5 ball games. Have really been gelling really well. I mean, taking two away from the leading Cheney Diamond Dogs was big. And the thing about it is, we honestly could have won all 4 games. Being up 7-0 and then end up losing 8-0 on a 3-run home run in the bottom half of the 9th inning was just a heartbreaker.
It was, yeah. I mean, we came, we were texting our group chat saying, like, yo, yeah, like, let's give them the first loss of the season. Let's give them the first loss of the season. We came out, we played our first game against them, and we lost on a walk-off home run, and like you said, and all of a sudden we're like, we could beat these guys 3 times right now. Like, well, those past all 4 games, really. And, I mean, I didn't want to say it, but, like, they kind of got lucky, really. Like, we played well, we played up to our ability, and we showed what we could do.
Eshelman lays down a bunt and sacrifices Brotman over to second base. So Brotman will be now on second base, and that will bring up the catcher number 4, A.J. Parcero. All right, let me get that sacrifice here. 1-3 for out number 1. And I talked to A.J. Parcero. He hasn't had a chance to play a whole lot here lately, but I did talk to him the other day. He got a chance to come in and pinch hit, and he was able to lay down a bunt and move a guy over, and we ended up scoring a run. And I told A.J., I said, A.J., look, I know you don't get to play a lot, but to sacrifice yourself up like that, you don't know how many more times you're going to get up to bat, and to sacrifice yourself like that to lay a bunt down, a perfect bunt down, by the way, that just shows us what kind of a team player you are.
Yeah.
And that has shown here in the last 4 to 5 ball games.
Yeah, AJ, he hasn't got a lot of, not as much as play time as he would have wanted to, I guess, but I mean, every time he comes into play, he really shows how good of a player he is. Like when we were playing the Derby Twins at Derby, and after him not playing for a good couple weeks, and he came out there, went, I don't know, like 3 for 4 with like a home run, a double, and a single or something like that. He shows whenever he gets in the game, he makes his name heard.
Well, AJ comes in batting .435, so he's got a good stick. As like I say, he's only appeared in 11 ball games. There was a strike right across the knees. As the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now to A.J. Parcero. Brotman is on at second base with 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Still no score yet, but he, like I say, he's only appeared in 11 ball games, has been up 23 times, but he has 10 hits. And he does have 3 doubles.
He does, of course he does. We've seen it in batting practice, 4 games. He has just a good swing.
He also has a total of 6 RBIs and 1 home run. So it's good to see AJ in there here tonight. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Parcell. Is there something special that you've eaten here that?
Yes, actually, Sonic.
Sonic?
Yes. So back home in California, we don't have too many Sonics, but I think the closest one where I live is about maybe an hour, 45 minutes away. And I think Darius and I, after every single game, we've gone to Sonic. I don't think we really had anything else for dinner. I always get the yeah, and I mean, I don't know how many days I've been here, but I definitely have had Sonic 2 times a day on plenty of occasions where I've had Sonic more than I've been here.
Okay.
So I always get the number 9, no tomatoes, tater tots, and a Diet Coke every single time.
There you go. Well, I'm sure I've probably seen you at Sonic's because that's just a good place to stop at, especially in Newton when it's just right down the street.
Yeah.
It's going to bring center fielder number 14, Sam Cassane, with the runners now on at first and second as Parcell just got hit by a pitch. Cassane's a 5'10", 180-pounder from Lindenwood University. Home team 264 as he's appeared in 17 ball games. That hit to the right-hand side. First baseman is able to get to it and dishes off to Saylor, who is covering pitcher at first base. But the runners will move over as Brotman now goes to third base and Parcell moves to second base. And it is a 3-1 play for out number 2. That's Sigris. Sigris looked at third strike, and honestly, that was kind of a close call.
Yeah, he didn't like it when he came back in the dugout. He was talking about that.
I bet he didn't because he kind of looked at the umpire, and from the umpires have done, for the most part, have done a really good job this summer.
Yes, yeah, I mean, it's an umpire. Like, you're gonna like the calls, you're gonna not like the calls. It is what it is. But so far, we've seen some good umpires, we've seen bad umpires. But I mean, they're just doing their job. We got to do our job, no matter.
Right. That went into the ground and missing for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count as Brotman is on at third base and Purcell on at second. There is an open base at first base. This is up for the second time here in the ball game. Once again, he did strike out his first time looking. So he's here trying to redeem himself. He does have a total of 8 RBIs for the season. That one missing outside for ball 3. Due up next is Nolan Riley. And that one calls strike 1, so the count will now go to 3 balls and 1 strike.
I really like Jack's swing. He hits the ball well to the opposite. He does it well.
Well, not only that, but I think that one, a breaking ball in there right across the knees for strike 2. So the count goes full now at 3-2. not only that, but I think he is really solid, made the defense a lot solid at playing third base, and off there by Sigris, as count still is full. Sigris is on a, let's see, he was 2 for 5 on July the 18th against the Diamond Dogs, and 2 for 4. So he had a pretty good series against the side. He did go 0 for 2 in the second game and went 2 for 5 in the very first game on July the 15th for the Newton Rebels. And I think defensively, like I say, you guys have really improved a lot. And there's a call, strike 3, as Sigris takes a look as he goes down for the second time. That is the third out. Top half of the second inning for the Newton Rebels. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on the play. It is the Rebels 0 and the Great Bend Batcats 0. We'll be right back.
You can stay as long as you want.
All right.
Just,
I'll go back down. I think they're gonna send. Yeah, they're gonna send more another carry. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Tom.
Of course.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. We have no score so far. Due up for the Great Bend batter, 6th to left fielder Brady Mitchell. He'll be followed by Touche and Henry as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Zach Martinez will be in his second inning of work. A.J. Parcero back behind home plate this evening. And we're ready for that bottom half of that second. Once again, batting left fielder number 6, Brady Mitchell. That one in there for call, strike 1. So the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Mitchell. And I'm trying to figure out what is going to say that it is repeating itself, but I've got everything shut off here. Ball hit to the left side. And Riley nicely moving to his left. Goes across to first base to Andrews for out number 1. So a 5-3 put out for the first out here in the bottom half of the second inning. That will bring up the catcher, number 15, Trent. Touche's a 6'1", 205-pounder from Sam Houston State, and his hometown is Shreveport, Louisiana. Touche comes in batting .235 for the Batcats, as he's appeared in 28 ball games, has been up to bat 102 times, has 24 hits and 14 runs scored. That one fouled off to the right-hand side, and the count will go now to 1 ball and 1 strike for the Great Bend Batcats. Okay, I'm listening into the telecast. It sounds okay now, so hopefully we got the problem solved. And here's Martinez's pitch. That one fouled off again by Touche. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Touche. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, no score. And we have a timeout now as Martinez was ready to deliver the ball. And we'll reset here. And here's Martinez's pitch. Breaking ball. Ball hit past Riley at third base. And Touche will be on with his first hit of the ball game. And the first hit of the ball game for the Great Bend Batcats. That will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry. Tyler Henry is a right-handed batter, 5'9", 185-pounder from Kansas City, Kansas Community College. He is from Gardner, Kansas. Henry comes in batting .277 as he has appeared in 27 games. First pitch to him was called strike one. No balls, one strike now to Henry. Breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Henry, and the count goes to no balls and two strikes. Nice pitch there by Zach Martinez as Touche is on at first base as he just recorded his first hit of the game. And bottom half of the second inning. So the count is no balls, two strikes now to Henry. And here's Martinez's pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side of shortstop Brotman. He goes over to first, but not going to be in time as he was going to try to get the force out at stumped and then decided to go to first. So Henry will be in with a base hit. And Touche moves over to second base. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 16, Christian Oliver. Oliver is he's 5'9", 192-pounder from McMurray University. He's from Atlanta, Texas. Comes in batting .125. First pitch to Oliver is called strike one, right across the letters. So the count goes no balls, one strike now to Oliver. As there is runners now at first and second with one down here in the bottom half of the second inning. No score yet so far. If you're just now joining us, this is the Newton Rebels versus the Great Bend Batcats. Martinez steps off, going back to second base is Touche. And Oliver back in the box. We're ready to go. And Martinez was going to throw back to second. Nobody was covering, but Touche had to go back anyway, not knowing that. So the count stays no balls, one strike now to Oliver, who's the fourth batter here in the bottom half of the second inning. As we have one down. That one for ball one. So the count will go to one ball, one strike now to Oliver. Oliver has been up the bat 24 times, has 3 hits, has scored 2 runs, and a total of 6 RBIs. Here's Martinez for ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Christian Oliver, who's DH in this evening for the Great Bend Batcats. And we're set. That one missing high for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Oliver. And I'm sure Oliver's just looking, and Martinez is going to call timeout as he calls, trying to get some things straightened out. So Parcell heads back, and we're ready to go with a 3-1 count to Christian Oliver, with runners on at first and second, and 1 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. For a Monday night, we have a good crowd here in Great Bend. It's that one missing outside for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now, as Oliver goes to first. Henry goes to second. Touche will go to third. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 2, Chance Ragsdale's a 6'3", 165-pounder from Washburn University. He's from Weatherford, Texas. Here's the first pitch to Ragsdale. In there for call. Ragsdale comes in batting 133 for the Great Bend Batcats. Now we have a timeout there by home plate umpire. As he's appeared in 25 ball games, has been up 75 times, has 10 hits, and has scored 11 runs. That one just missing low for ball one. The count will go now to 1 ball, 1 strike to Chance Ragsdale. Here's Martinez's pitch. That one into the ground, and Parcero not able to find it there for a second, but it was right underneath his feet. Finally felt it. Runners stay where they're at. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike now to Ragsdale. 1 down. Ball lifted foul over the stand, so that would take the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes now to Ragsdale, and here's Martinez's pitch as the bases are loaded. That one hit right back to the second baseman. It's only got 1 play, and that is to go to first base. So 1 run will score. Touche comes in from third base. Henry moves over to third. Oliver to second, and a second out. So the score is 1-0 in favor of Great Bend. That will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Seth Kanege. Kanege, a right-handed batter, also from Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Agency, Missouri is his hometown. Comes in batting 247 for the Batcats. First pitch was a ball 1. That one in there for called strike. Watch out, the ball just went out into the second baseman. Good job. Come on, AJ. He just overthrew Martinez that time. And good job there by the second baseman, Sigris, as he was able to get to that ball so the runner could not advance into home. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss there by Kanegi, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. Runners on at second and third with 2 down. Score 1-0 in favor of the Batcats. And here's Martinez's pitch. That one missing outside. Great job there by Parcero. He had to move clear to his right to make that stop. Otherwise, 1 other run would have scored for the Batcats. So great job there by Parcero to save a run. 2 strikes. And here's Martinez's pitch. That one missing low for ball 3. So the count goes full now at 3-2, and Martinez had to jump up and get that one again. So we do have a full count now to Kanegi. And here's the outside for ball 4. Kanegi will be on a base on balls. That is the second walk given up here in this inning. And that will bring up the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. Rogers flew out to the shortstop in the first inning. He made the first out. So bases are full now for the Batcats. Martinez trying to get out of this inning. Breaking ball just missing for ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Rogers. Well, there is 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. The score is 1-0 in favor of the Batcats. And here's the Martinez's pitch. That one lifted into left field. Left fielder's going to be able to makes the catch for out number 3. So an F7 in the books. The night before, the Great Bend Batcats score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and at the end of 2 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 1 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. I play announcer for tonight's game as we go to the top half of the 3rd inning here in Great Bend. All right, Nolan Riley in the top half of the 3rd inning. We're ready to go. Missing for ball 1. Join us, okay? Come on in. Just give me your number there. 30, okay. Count is 2 balls and no strikes now to Nolan Riley. And that is ball 4 to Riley as he'll take his walk. That will bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. Once again, the score is 1-0 in favor of Great Bend. Put that headset on there. And I'm joined here now in the 3rd inning by Hockett is a 5'10", 185-pounder from Friends University. And Ricky, thank you for joining us here this evening.
Thanks for having me.
You had a great outing the last time you pitched.
Appreciate that.
And I think you went 7 innings, was it, or 5?
Yep, 7 innings.
7 innings, yep. And you did a great job. Let's see here. The count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Lincoln Andrews. Hard hit ball there by Andrews, lifted into center field. The center fielder is there to make the catch for out number 1. That was Alex Rogers. So a hard hit ball there by Andrews, but right to Rogers. So we have 1 down here in the bottom half or top half of the 3rd inning. That's going to bring up the designated hitter number 17, Enzo Bonventre. Well, you're from Plainsville, Kansas, so you're not too far from home then.
Nope, I actually just drove from home to the game today.
There you go. I can't ask you what kind of weird foods that you've eaten because everything around here is not new to you, is it? Well, Tommy Thrasher was here our last game. I asked him, I said, what have you eaten here in Kansas that you don't get a chance to eat a whole lot? And he said, Sonics.
Oh, yeah?
So, but I'm sure you have.
Mm-hmm. In the dugout, we talk about it sometimes, and a couple of the guys from out of state are, they think it's weird that we eat cinnamon rolls with chili here.
Cinnamon rolls. Well, you're going to have to take them to Annie C's if they want cinnamon rolls. They're in Park City. They have great cinnamon rolls. Breaking ball missing high for ball 2. So the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Enzo the Boom Bonventre. The last couple of ball games here, the last 4 or 5 ball games, it seems like you guys are really gelling. And you had, not only did you pitch great, but you had great defense back behind you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's a lot easier to pitch when you know that you can trust the guys behind you.
Great breaking ball there by Jayton Saylor. as that one's in there for strike two. So the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, I told I had Bravo on the other night after his pitching performance against the Cheney Diamond Dogs, and I told him exactly that. I go, when your defense is playing great, I said, it really makes it easy for you, doesn't it? And I go, but what makes their defense easy is when you're pitching great. So it goes both ways.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And that was a Enzo Bonventry moved over to first base, thinking he had a walk. But luckily, Nolan Riley didn't go anywhere, so apparently the count is full now at 3-2 to Bonventry. Bonventry swears up and down he had 4 balls there. So he'll be back up at the plate. Would you like to say hi to your parents?
Oh, yeah. If Mom and Dad, if you're out there watching, thanks for watching, I guess.
Okay. Ball hit to the right-hand side. First baseman Baker only has 1 play, and that is at first base. So he goes unassisted over to second base is Nolan Riley, and that will bring up the right fielder, number 23, Joey Martinez.
Going back to easier for you to pitch, we've been swinging it really well lately. I guess all summer, but this past series it seems like 6 were just rolling.
Yeah, well, the only thing that was your hitting, I think, all season long is on the team has really been good. There's some situational hittings that just didn't happen at the right time, but that happens. That's baseball, you know. But the some situations where we couldn't get an out, or we had too many walks, and then also we had a lot of balls that were thrown around the first couple of weeks. But, you know, everybody's got to get to know each other. That one lifted high up, but that's going to be out of play to Martinez. Seem to have gotten together and say, hey, you know what, we're better than this, and they kind of quit making the errors and have really played well the last series and a half, actually. And then, like I say, taking 2 from Cheney Diamond Dogs and then losing 1 in the when you were up 7-0, and then the other one, losing in extra innings, 12 innings, and that's just, you guys played good, you know. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. That one lifted to the right-hand side. First baseman Baker is going to make the catch. A nice job there by Touche as he makes the catch for out number 3. So a fly out to the catcher for the 3rd out. And at the top half of the 3rd inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors. At the end of 2.5 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 1 and the Newton Rebels 0. Okay, we're going to be going to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And you're on camera, by the way.
Oh.
See there?
Yeah, I see.
There you are. Okay. Matter of fact, we'll make you just a little bit bigger here. There we go. So once again, not only have you been pitching, but you've been playing some outfield, the left field for us. And I think you've really been doing a great job.
Thank you.
And like I say, the last pitching performance that you had was just outstanding, and they were able to help you out, and you were able to help out and keeping them in play, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to get back on the mound tomorrow.
You'll be on the mound tomorrow night. You heard it here first that Ricky Hockett will be starting tomorrow night in Newton. And for those of you that don't know what Ricky Hockett looks like, this is what he looks like. I'm Frank, and he's Ricky. You're only about 40 years younger than I am, Ricky. All right, we're ready to get back to some baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The score is 1-0 in favor of the Batcats. Due up for the Batcats will be the second baseman, number 8, Colin Meinert. He'll be followed by Baker and Mitchell. Also, you come in batting, I was noticing 233. Hockett?
I'd like it if it was hitting a little bit better.
So Colin Meinert will be coming up to the plate for the Batcats. Meinert, 6 foot, 190 pounder, 310. He did fly out to center field his first time. That first pitch in there for call strike one right across the letters. So the count is no balls, one strike now to Maynard. As we're just starting the bottom half of the third inside foul. So the count quickly goes no balls and two strikes. And I think, like you say, the pitching has really come around here the last 5 or 6 ball games with the defense and everything together. And it's just being very competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and that's all you can ask because you're going to come across teams that is good. But when you put all faces together like we have been the last 5 or 6 ball games, then it just makes it so much fun.
Oh, yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
Not only to play, but to call. Enjoy seeing the progress everybody is making here this summer. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one in, no, call low for ball 2. I thought the umpire was going to ring him up there. So the count will now go to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Maynard. As we are in the bottom half of the third inning, 1-0 inside, and the count will go full now at 3-2. So you get a lot of rest today. We will not see you in action today since you're starting tomorrow. And that one goes clear back to the fence. Maynard will hustles down to first base, and A.J. better hustle. There he goes to second base. And that's all on go back to that ball. And Maynard saw that, and he took off to second base. So we have a Martinez as the ball went back to the fence area. And I could see A.J. just walking back to that, and I kept thinking Maynard's going to take off on him, and sure enough he did. And now he's standing on at second base. So outs, and Baker is up at the plate now for Great Bend. Baker grounded out to the shortstop his first time out as he made the third out of the inning in the first inning. And there's a timeout by Baker. Baker comes in batting .287 as he's appeared in 27 ball games, has 29 hits and has scored 18 runs. He does have 15 RBIs, and there is a runner in scoring position at second base. That breaking ball inside, and nice job by A.J. Parcero as he was able to knock it down and keep it in front of him. That kept Maynard at second base. 1 ball, no strikes. Now to Baker, who's playing first base this evening for the Great Bend Batcats. It's getting a little cloudy here for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. It's starting to get a little cloudy here, and they were predicting rain. Matter of fact, they sent us a text message, said it may be a come and go situation where we may be coming here and going back home because they weren't sure. They said they had water on the field here this morning.
I was wondering if there's going to be some weather today. As I was driving, felt it was real short but stiff cold breeze. So I figured there might be something coming through.
That's what we have here, all 4. So Baker will be on with a base on balls. And that is the fourth walk given up by Martinez. That is one thing that I noticed about Martinez. I think he had like 20 base on balls coming into this ball game. And he's given up 4 already here in 3 innings. That will bring up the left fielder, number 6, Brady Mitchell. And I swear that number looks like an 8, doesn't it?
It really does.
It looks like an 8, but it is a 6. I just looked at that and I said, wait a minute, I better double check on that number. So Mitchell is up, and there's a breaking ball. That hits Mitchell in the left arm. So now bases will be full for the Great Bend Battle. Gets hit by a pitch. And Maynard goes to third base. Baker goes to second. That will bring up the catcher, number 15, Trent Touche. Touche got a base hit his last time up. And he also scored a run, scored the only run of the ball game so far. But the Great Bend Batcats have the bases loaded with no outs. here in the bottom half of the third inning. And Martinez in a jam here as he's walked two and hit a batter to load the bases up.
Last inning, he got in a bit of a jam like this, but he did a great job.
Exactly right, and that's what saved your couple ball games there. As first pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner. Nice job there by Martinez as he takes the count to no balls and one strike. Yeah, that's one thing that Carv and I talked about. Carv normally does the color commentator. That one inside, and I thought that almost hit him there. And the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was that you minimize the damage when you had the bases loaded and with 1 out. And the defense really did a good job for you guys to get out of those innings. Let's see if they can do the same thing here. That one lifted into right side. That should be an infield fly. Over, makes the catch. And here tagging up is the third baseman, but now goes back pedals. So Minor will stay at first, correction at third base. Touche is out on a fly ball to the second baseman for out number 1. That will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry. Henry also got a base hit, as he got a base hit between third base and the shortstop. And he scored the only RBI here of the ball game. And there's a big gap there right now between third and short. Breaking ball in there for call strike 1. And Martinez Parcero throws the ball into the from third base, and now takes the score to 2-0. Just a little lazy throw there by Parcero as he threw that right into the mound area. Martinez had no chance to get to that. So a runner takes off from third base. Now 2-0 is the score. That fastball missing, and the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Baker still on second base. Mitchell's on at first with 1 down. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss there by Henry. And the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, when you got runners on bases, you got to make sure you get that ball back to the pitcher. And here's the pitch. That one, nice job there by A.J. Parcell as he scooted to his right, had to get down on both knees, and that saved the runners to second and third. So Parcell working hard there on that last pitch. 2-2 now the count. And here's Martinez, steps off, back to second base. Not going to be in time. In safely is Baker, as Sigris was covering second base, but just not in time. The kind of half effort there by the team. They didn't. That wasn't an intentional pickoff move. That was if we get him, we get him here. Here's the pitch by Martinez. That one hits Hensman here in this inning. So now the bases are loaded once again with Baker on at third and Henry on at first. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Christian Oliver. And home plate umpire went out to talk to Martinez. Not exactly sure what was discussed. There is only 1 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. The score now 2-0 in favor of Great Bend. And here's Martinez's pitch. That one hit into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run will score. And here comes the second one is Mitchell. Mitchell throw into home. Nice throw there by Cassane, and a good tag there by Parcell. Parcell throws the ball down, and it's only should be 2 down. So a heads-up play there by Martinez as he chased that ball down to keep Mitchell at second base. keep Henry at second base. So we have an 8-2 play for out number 2. Another run scores, takes the score to 3-0 in favor of Great Bend. So we have Henry on at second base. Oliver on at first base as he recorded a base hit and an RBI. Brings up the third baseman, number 2, Chance Ragsdale. And here's the to center field. Kassane moving to his right. Going to make the catch for out number 3. So fly out to 8 for the third out, but not before the Great Bend Batcats score 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We're going to give an error to the catcher on that throw back to the pitcher. So the score now at the end of 3 innings of play is Great Bend Batcats 3 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. We do want to thank you very much for coming out and joining us. We want to wish you good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate
on
it.
your pitching.
Yep, this has been fun.
Ricky
Thanks for having me
Hockett
on.
joining us here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Once again, good luck.
Thank you.
Back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. The score is 3-0 in favor of Great Bend. Leading off the top half of the 4th inning for the Rebels will be the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman recorded a base hit, and he ended up at being stranded at third base. As there was runners on at second and third with 1 down, and we could not get him across. So the first pitch to Brotman is called ball 1. 1 ball. Saylor starts his 4th inning of work. Breaking ball up high for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. It's kind of cooled off up here in and we have another player joining us. Zach Gillick is now joining us. Put your headset on and we'll put you on. There
How you
go.
doing today?
We're good, Mr. Gillick. How you doing?
Fantastic.
How's the family doing?
Doing great.
Well, great. Zach Gillick is a 6'2", 205-pounder from Friends University. He's a redshirt freshman. Where he is from Valley Center, Kansas. And I just happen to know that town real well, as that's where I am the PA announcer. Been the voice of the Hornets now for 26 years. Got a chance to call a couple of your games, didn't I?
Yup. Quite a few.
Breaking ball in there for call strike. So the count will now go to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Andrew Brotman. And Gillick, so far this season, you're 2-2 with a 4.43 ERA. You've appeared in 13 ball games, have 2 there by Brotman as he goes down for out number 1. And that is the 3rd strikeout recorded there by Jaden Saylor. That will bring up the left fielder, number 5, Aaron Eshelman. You do have 2 saves. You've gone 22 1/3 innings. You have recorded 29 strikeouts, 11 base on balls, and have given up 14 hits. How are you liking the season so far, besides the win-loss record?
You know, I'm having a blast. Super cool out here. Just a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. The guys seem to be really gelling well here in the last 4 or 5 ball games, and I think if you guys play well here the next 2 weeks, possibly make the World Series, I think you can do some damage because you guys have the pitching has come around, and then the hitting's been there all year long. It's just you're putting all phases together. A swing and a miss there by Eshelman as he is up with a 1-2 playing. He's playing left field this evening. There is one down here in the top half of the fourth. 3-0 is the score in favor of Great Bend. That one into the ground, and the count now goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. So I'm sure you're expecting big things here in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
So you'll probably be pitching, if not maybe relieving a little bit tomorrow.
I'd
I
like
think
to, yeah.
Ricky Hockett's supposed to be coming in to pitch to start the game tomorrow. And then I had heard that you would probably be relieving somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually done a really great job. There's a call, strike 3. Going down looking is Eshelman for out number 2. And that is the 4th strikeout by Jim 1 here of this inning. That will bring up the catcher, number 4, or correction, now we have a pinch hitter. That will be number 15, Hibiki Uchi. Hibiki Uchi, A.J. Parcell. And I kind of saw that coming a little bit that last inning when Parcell did not hustle after that pass ball and allowed the runner to move to second base. Just coaches somehow remember those things.
Yeah.
So Hibiki Uchi will now be coming in to pinch hit. And here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss there by Uchi. Now, I've got to ask you this. So far, Uchi is the one that's been catching you. Is that correct?
Yeah, most of my games.
Most of your games? He seems to be really calls a good game. A lot of movement on the locations, and I'm sure that you guys like that.
Yeah, for sure. He's great to pitch to. He knows what he's doing. He calls a good game.
Well, that's one thing we've noticed, last game that, of course, Bravo pitches to him, and we just saw a lot of love and some high pitches that he called for. A swing and a miss there by Uchi. He goes down for out number 3 as that one was well above his eyes. And the Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as Jaden Saylor strikes out the side and he records his 5th strikeout of the ball game. So at the end of 3.5 innings of play, it is the Batcats 3 and the Rebels.
We'll look a little bit different for Stand Up for Cancer Night.
All right, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, and I'm joined along by Zach Gillick, who is a number 34 pitcher for the Newton Rebels. As you can see, Gillick will be pitching, relieving hopefully tomorrow. Depends on how Ricky Hockett. Hopefully it's late in the innings.
I'd like it to be that way.
Time out and did a great job. And like I say, my understanding was that you may be coming in relief. So we wanted everybody to see the players here tonight, as many as possible. So we'll have another player up here on the 5th inning, and we'll get a chance to introduce him. So as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, we'll take you back to the action here. Leading off for the Batcats will be the shortstop, number 7, Seth Kanegi. Kanegi will be coming up as he walked his first time up first base as there was a fly out to left field for the 3rd out. Zach Martinez starting his 4th inning of work. That first pitch is high for ball 1. So the count goes 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. So that will even up the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Is there anybody you'd like to say hi back home to?
Oh, no, no one in particular.
No one in particular. Okay. Oh, your mom, Stephanie's going to get upset.
Yeah, she might.
That one fouled off to the right-hand side. Out of play. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The city parents are Stephanie and Jason, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you have a sister, Samantha?
I do.
All righty. Hey, we got that right.
Yeah.
Trying to do that all out of memory here.
And I got a little brother. Hopefully you'll be doing football games for him here soon.
Oh, good. Forgot about your brother. And not intentionally. That one missing outside. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Carnegie. And here's Martinez missing outside for ball 3. Martinez was trying to get Carnegie to chase one there.
Mm-hmm.
So the count goes full now at 3-2. That one just missing below the knees. Carnegie will be on with his second walk of the hit, and he's on for the second time. We'll bring up the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. So Rogers flew out to the shortstop his first time up, flew out to the left fielder his second time up in the second inning as he made the third out with the bases full. So here's Martinez. They're going to be safely is Carnegie, as Martinez never looked him back, and Carnegie had one thing in mind, and that was to take second base, and he is in with a stolen base. That will bring up, the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes now to Alex Rogers. That one hit hard into left field, that one deep into left field, and tagging up from second base will be Carnegie. That ball lifted into left field, and that was Eshelman backing up, making the catch for out number 1. So Carnegie did tag up at second base and moved to third on the play. So we have 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That will bring up the second baseman, number 8. And here's the pitch. Seems like the wind's kind of picked up just a little bit. Zach?
Just a little bit.
You can hear it on the headset, can't you?
Yeah.
Counted, no balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one just missing high for ball 1. So the count now, as we are in the bottom half of the 4th inning, the score 3-0. That ball almost gets away from Uchi. Nice backhand there by Uchi to save that one to going back to the backstop. 2-1 now the count. Breaking ball, or fastball in there for call strike 2. The count will now go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one sailed in on Minard. Hit the inside corner. That one low for ball 3. So another full count there given up by Martinez. As there is bottom half of the 4th inning. And here's the pitch. That one high for ball 4. So on will be Minor. The walk, that is the second walk given up in this inning. And here comes head coach Brett Clark out to the mound. Well, Zach, I want to thank you very much for coming out. I know you probably need to get back. So I'm sure you got some duties to do.
Yep.
But we thank you so much for joining us. Once again, we're going to take a quick look at you so all the girls can see what you look like.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully, in Newton. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zach. That is going to be it for Martinez coming in to pitch. We'll see who it is. Looks like it's going to be number 12. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. Yes, it is number 12. Rocco Armini is now coming in to pitch. And that is it for Zach Martinez. So Rocco Armini now coming in. And we'll give you the final numbers on Martinez. He went 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. Had a total of 6 base on balls, no strikeouts as he faced 20 batters. And Armini will be coming in. Is a 6'4", 205-pounder from Moore Park College from California, and he comes in with a 2.84 ERA. He's appeared in 10 ball games, has started 1, has 1 save, has gone 12 2/3 innings, has given up and has 6 base on balls, and has given up 9 hits. So he will be coming in with our runner on at first and third. Those runs they do come across will be charged to Martinez, as there is 1 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We face in first baseman number 20, Jake Baker. Minard on at first base. Carnegie on at third base. The score 3-0 in favor of the Great Bend Batcats. So Rocco Armini will be starting here, and here's his first pitch. That one in there for call, strike 1, a fastball. So the count goes no balls, 1 strike now to Baker. Once again, there is 1 out. There goes the runner from first base. That ball hit to the second baseman. A run will score from third base as Carnegie comes in to score. Minor goes to second base on the play as he was still in that. And then we have a 4-3 put out for the second out. So Coach Roger Ward had a play on for the Great Bend Batcats. And the score is now 4-0 in favor. Runner on at second base with 2 down. Going to bring up the left fielder number 6, Brady Mitchell. And Hibiki Uchi goes out to talk to Rocco Armini, trying to get their signals settled. And we're ready for action. Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, 4-0 is the score in favor of Great Bend. Here's Armini's pitch. That one missing outside, and looks like Hibiki Uchi, and he does a smart thing. Now he throws at the second base. Now they're going to have him tagged out at third. Great job there by Hibiki. Down to second base, but instead he looked the runner right dead in the eyes, ran towards him, made him commit. Once he committed going to second, he threw the ball down to second base. The shortstop was short of the second baseman, got the ball, and threw him out at third base for the third out. Uchi for the third out. But in the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Batcats, they score 1 run on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, it is the Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. As we go to the top half of the 5th inning, the score is 4-0 in favor of Great Bend. Due up for the Newton Rebels is the center fielder number 14, Sam Kassane. Kassane comes in batting .264. 53 has a total of 8 RBIs. So Kassane is leading off here in the top half of the 5th inning. And working his 5th inning of work will be Jaden Saylor. Evening. He has gone 4 innings, given up 2 hits, 2 base on balls, has 5 strikeouts as he has faced 17 batters. That pitch is called ball. That one fouled. Third baseman making Ragsdale gets under it out to third baseman for the first out. That will bring up the second baseman, number 2, Jack Sigras. Sigras is 0 for 2 here in the ball game, as he is 2 strikeouts here in the ball game. Top half of the 5th inning. And here's Saylor's pitch. That breaking ball in there for call strike 1. Nice pitch there by Jaden Saylors. Looked like it was going to be a fastball, and all of a sudden it broke in there for the strike. Fastball missing low for ball 1. The count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Not sure who we're going to have here, that we'll have another guest in the 5th. Trying to introduce you to as many players as possible. That one a breaking ball. That one hung up. Third baseman Ragsdale goes over to Baker for out number 2. So a 5-3 put out for the second out, and that will bring up the third, Riley. Riley is 1 for 1 here in the ball game. So he reached in the first inning, reached in the second inning on a walk. Both times was left stranded at second base. We have 2 down here in the top half of the 5th. First pitch there by Saylor, breaking ball in there for strike 1. Saylor likes to throw a breaking ball on his first time up, first pitch to the players, it looks like. There's another hard hit ball to Ragsdale. Ragsdale comes up with it, goes to first, and that's going to be not in time as it pulls the runner to the home plate side, and the ball gets away, and Riley. So we'll see how they record that one, but I'm sure that may be an error because the ball was left. That will bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. So the Newton Rebels have a runner on at second base with 2 down now here in the top half of the 5th inning, as they are down 4-0 to the Great Bend Batcats. Here's the pitch. That one into the ground. Nice scoop there by Touche. Count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Andrews. They did give an error there to the third baseman. So E5. That one missing high for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. And for the third, standing at second base, has not been able to get him across. As Lincoln Andrews is up. He flew out to center field his last time up. Reached on a walk his first time. Check swing there by Andrews. And they say no, he did not go, so the count goes 3 balls and no strikes. So Andrews is just looking for 1 pitch and 1 pitch only. Wouldn't be surprised if he took a strike, unless it's that 1 pitch. And here's Saylor's pitch. Fastball high for ball 4. So Lincoln Andrews is on for his second time in the ball game. The second walk to Andrews here in the ball game. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Enzo the Boom Bonventry. And we saw what Enzo can do as he hit a 2-run home run in the bottom half of the 9th inning to tie the score up the other night as they were facing the Cheney Diamond Dogs. As the Newton Rebels were down 8-6 in the bottom half of the 9th, and Bonventry hit a 2-run home run to tie the ball game up in the bottom half of the 9th. But all we need here is a base hit by Bonventry. 4-0 is the score. in favor of Great Bend. And here's a Sailor's first pitch. Breaking ball, that one popped up to the second baseman. Second baseman makes the catch for out number 3. So fly out to the second baseman for the third out. That one time not hit very hard there by Bonventry. So the top half of the 5th inning for the Newton Rebels, they score no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, it and the Newton Rebels 0. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels, half of the 5th inning. The score is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 0. Leading off for the Batcats will be the left fielder, Brady Mitchell. Mitchell was up last inning as as Menard got thrown out at third base, There's a fly ball into the infield. Lincoln Andrews gets under it, makes the catch for out number 1. It's going to bring up the catcher, number 15, Trent Touche. Touche got a base hit his first time up in the 2nd inning, scored a run, then flew out to the second baseman. So he's 1 for 2 here tonight. First pitch to Touche is called strike 1 right across the knees. So the count goes no balls, 1 strike now to Touche. As we are in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And I have Mr. Darius Gaston joining me here now. Put those headset on there, sir. That one, the count now goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Touche. There you are, sir. Now you're on. We have Darius Gaston. He's a 6 foot, 160 pounder from Wiley College, Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yes, sir, Alexandria. It's the hometown.
Hometown, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm sure you'd like to say hi to some folks up in Louisiana.
Yeah,
So,
I already.
there you go. You can see yourself, and that's what they can see.
How y'all doing? If y'all watching, you know.
Darius Gaston now joining us up here in the press box as we're trying to bring you as many players as possible. We'll get back to the action here. They can also see you right up here in the corner. See that?
Yeah.
3-0 the count now. That one missing. Call strike 3 there.
Yes,
as that
sir.
broke in there nicely to Touche. So that is a strikeout by Rocco Armini. And Armini records his first strikeout of the ball game. The second out of this inning. That will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry. Well, needless to say, when I go to Louisiana, the thing that I love the most is, of course, seafood.
Yes, sir.
So you coming from Louisiana to Kansas, what is the one thing that you have found unusual or something that you've been eating that you kind of like?
I went to the Cajun Shack with Tommy Thrasher, my roommate, and we went and ate there. They had some good catfish and some jambalaya too. Yeah.
The Cajun Shack on 21st Street, is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so. In
Okay.
Wichita.
Yeah, there's one there, and then I don't know if you ever tried Mama Niff's or not.
No, I haven't made it there
That
yet.
one is a Cajun food there.
Yeah.
I always like to eat the gumbo there.
Oh yeah, that's why I heard they had some good gumbo at the shack. That's why I was.
That's why you
shooting
went
for
there,
it,
huh?
Yeah.
All right, the count is missing outside for ball 4 now to Henry, as Henry walks on 4 pitches. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Christian Oliver. Oliver recorded a base hit his last time up and an RBI. He also reached on a base on balls in the 2nd inning, as he's been on both times that he's been up at the plate. Got stranded both times. So we have 2 down here. The first pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes now to Christian Oliver. What is it that you're going to major in,
Business.
Mr. Gaston?
Yes, sir. I'm going to be a junior this year, and I'm uncommitted right now, but I'm searching.
I see. Searching it.
Yes, sir.
Well, you got to leave those options open.
Yes, sir.
That one missing for ball 2 now, as Rocco Ardmini is having a hard time trying to find the plate at this time, as he's thrown 6 straight balls now to the batters. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Oliver. So the count now goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, you know, if this gig goes good for you here and the girls start calling, you may want to take up a little announcing.
Yes, sir.
2 balls, 1 strike now to Oliver, as Henry's on at first base, and here's the pitch. That one's swing and a miss, or that's fouled off, I should say. Sorry about that. I didn't see that on the ground. That is fouled off by Oliver. 2-2 now the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on at first base with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. I'm not exactly sure who is coming up at the time that comes up. They just told me somebody was coming up in the 5th.
Yeah.
And I knew right away as soon as I saw that smile who it was. You always say hello to me when I'm getting there at the ballpark, and always have a smile for me, and I appreciate that, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't mind at all.
That one fouled off there by Oliver.
You're doing the hard work up here anyway.
Well, we're doing a little bit of work. We're doing something that we enjoy. That's the thing about it, is it's not ever work if you do something that you enjoy.
Right.
Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch by Ardmini. That one hits Oliver in the back. So Oliver will be on at first base now. We're giving away way too many easy bases here.
Yeah.
As we've had like 5 or 6 base on balls and I think 3 hit batsmen. They're not earning it, that's for sure, here tonight.
Right.
So now Henry will be on at second, Oliver on at first, and that will bring up the third baseman number 2, Chance Ragsdale. Ragsdale made a nice play on the third base side there by the gout, that is. And here's Armini's pitch in there for call strike 1.
Yes, sir.
I've kind of put this question to everybody here tonight is, how do you like the guys that are playing right now as far as how they're gelling together here in the last week or so? Competing against the number 1 team. That one is fouled off against the foot of Ragsdale.
It's from the hidden side of the field and the defensive side that we just need to have both sides working together and just cleaning some things up. But as far as how the guys feel, I feel like we just resting up and just trying to stay as healthy as we can with everything that's going on right now.
Well, phases are working, the defense and the offense and the pitching. When they all work together, it's a nice thing to see.
Right.
And it looks like it's all coming around. And here the last 2 weeks of the season, especially, trying to get into that NBC World Series.
Right now.
The count is no balls and 1 strike now to Ragsdale. I thought the count was different than that. Should be 2-1. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be stepping back in. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ragsdale as he fouled that last one off. I could see the umpire's right hand. He had 2 fingers up. And here's the pitch. The swing and a miss there by Ragsdale as he goes down swinging for out number 3. Nice pitch there by Rocco Armini. And the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Great Bend Batcats, they score no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. As Armini strikes out 2 in that inning. At the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 0. And we'll be right back. All right, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels with the right fielder number 23, Joey Martinez. He'll be Eshelman. It's a little windy here tonight, Darius.
Yes, sir. Maybe get some balls going out of here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to put you back up on the screen so all them girls can see you.
Oh, man.
I'm sure your mom and your folks back home want to see you also.
Yeah.
So
They probably watching this right now, too.
they're watching now and probably laughing, huh?
Mhm.
They're saying, that boy needs to eat, doesn't he? That's probably what they're saying. All right, let's go back. As we go back to action, Joey Martinez is up. And here's the first pitch. That one missing high right at the eyes. Count goes 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Mama, we're trying to feed him, that's for sure.
Yeah, we gotta eat.
Gotta eat, exactly right. Well, you got to try Mama Nif's. It's a little bit expensive, but it's not that bad. It's pretty good. They got good food and great portions of food. Matter of fact, when Mama Nif's opened up, the first time that they opened up, she put out a suggestions on Facebook. That one hitting the outside corner for strike 2. So the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Martinez didn't know that was a strike. He finally realizes it and says, okay. He says, what food would you like to see here? And I suggested it, and she put it on the menu, and that was boudin?
Boudin?
The boudin,
Yeah, I brung Coach some boudin.
Swing and a miss there by Martinez for out number 1. And that is the 6th strikeout recorded there by Jaden Saylor. And you can see now why he has been elected to be on the All-Star team. He will be there Saturday. That's going to bring up the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brutman. Yeah, they have boudin there now.
Oh, yeah, I
And
might have to go.
it's not as spicy as I like it, but it's all right. There's a hot pop fly or a ground ball there to the shortstop. A great hop there for him right around the eye, so he was able to corral that. Go over to Baker for out number 2. So a 6-3 put out for the second out, and that will bring up the left fielder, number 5, Aaron Eshelman. Eshelman, one of the very few switch hitter.
That's Beaky. Hot.
Oh, Hibiki?
Beaky Uchi.
It shouldn't be. It should be Eshelman.
Yeah, I think he's correcting it now.
Yeah, he is correcting it. Should be Hibiki. I mean, should be Aaron Eshelman should be up. But we're going to see Ricky Hockett coming in to pinch hit.
Correction. Pinch hitter number 30. Ricky Hockett.
So Ricky Hockett will be coming in to pinch hit now for the Newton Rebels. And he's pitching tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's what I heard, too.
So we'll see if Eshelman goes back into left field. If not, Hockett will be taking left field. He normally does play left field.
Yeah.
So it'll be Hockett and then Uchi on deck and Kassane in the hole. But there is 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning.
Finally getting that breeze, huh?
Yes, sir. We may be getting a little rain here after a little while. First pitch to Hockett goes ball 1 as that misses low. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for call strike 1. So that takes the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Ricky Hockett up here just an inning or so ago. That one right across the knees for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Ricky Hockett, who I'm sure probably will be going into left field here in the next inning. 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. That one check swing there by Hockett. And so the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. It looked like he tried to check swinging and and did hold up, as the outfield umpire says he did not go. Yeah, we got a great little breeze here. I'm sitting right by the door, so swing and a miss there by Hockett as he goes down for out number 3. And that is the 7th strikeout recorded by Jaden Saylor. And at the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 0. Well, we're going to have you take one more good look at Mr. Gaston here before he takes off. Once again, Darius Gaston, we want to thank you very much for joining us here tonight.
No
we
problem.
hope you enjoyed your little time here.
Yes, sir.
And we're looking forward to some great things from you here in the next couple weeks, and hopefully we'll see you in the World Series.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, well, thank you once again.
Thank
Darius
you.
Gaston was our guest, and we'll be right back to see who comes up next. Gaston says, peace out.
Peace.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The score 4-0 in favor of Great Bend. Rocco Armini now in his 3rd inning of work. That one is fouled off by shortstop number 7, Seth Carnegie. Carnegie reached on a base on balls and scored a run. He has reached the plate twice now tonight. Wow, that one gets away from Armini as that goes well behind Carnegie's back and against the backstop. So the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. So you can probably hear the wind blowing. Missing inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Carnegie. I'm sitting in a great spot here right by the door, and the breeze feels awful good. That one popped up into the infield. Second baseman Sigris getting under it, making the catch for out number 1. So fly out to 4 for the first out. And that will bring up the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. And my understanding is in the 7th inning they're going to have, instead of 7th inning stretch, they're going to have stand up for tonight is cancer night here in Great Bend at the ballpark. And they're going to have both teams line up and honor somebody that they have lost in 4 instead of the 7th inning stretch. So just want to give you a fair warning of that coming up here in the 7th inning stretch. That one missing for ball 1 strike. Rocco Armini is the pitcher for the Newton Rebels. That one missing high for ball 2. So 2-1 now the count. to Rogers. And here's Armini's pitch. That one hitting the outside corner for strike 2. So that will even up the count now at 2-2. One down here in the bottom half of the 6th. As the score is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton. Here's Armini's pitch. That one missing, breaking ball outside. So the count will go full now at 3-2. Rogers comes in batting 190. He does have 3 home runs for the season and 10 RBIs. Swing and a miss there by Rogers. And Hibiki Uchi scoops it up, goes to first base. Lincoln Andrews for out number 2. So Rocco Armini records his 3rd strikeout and the 2nd out of the inning. Going to bring up the second baseman, number 8. Minard has reached on base twice, both on walks, and he flew out to center field his first time up as he made the 2nd out of that 1st inning. Fastball hitting the outside corner. Count is no balls, 1 strike. Nice pitch there by Rocco Armini as he goes up, no balls to 1 strike. That one missing high for ball 1. 1-1 now the count to Armini. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Menard coming in batting .310. It's 31 out of 100. Does have ice and 1 home run here for the season. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Menard. That one just missing outside. So 3-1 now the count. And here's the pitch. That one low for ball 4. So Menard will reach for his 3rd time now on base on balls. First baseman number 20, Jake Baker. We do have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th. 4-0 is, and Rocco Armini asking for another baseball. Umpire throws that ball out. So Menard is on at first base. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Baker. And the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Once again, this is the first game of in the 4-game series between Great Bend and Newton. There goes the runner. Second base, that one fouled off. Just foul as it went right down the line, and Nolan Riley dove for it as he moved to his right, but was not able to get to it. Standing up diving, that was. He didn't hit the ground actually, but a nice effort there by Riley. Almost a extra bases for Baker, as that didn't miss by much, but it was foul. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Jake Baker. And we'll see if Menard's going again. There he goes. There's the pitch. Ball thrown down to second base, and they're not going to get him as the ball comes out of the glove of Brotman. And Menard is in with a stolen base. So he's standing now at second base with 2 down. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jake Baker. He's playing first base this evening for the Great Bend Batcats. And Rocco Armini thought he had that one as he was heading towards the dugout, but that misses low for ball 2. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jake Baker. Armini ready to go. And here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 3 as Baker takes a looking. So that is the third out. Another strikeout by Meany as he records the fourth strikeout since coming in the ball game. Bottom half of the sixth inning for the Batcats. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 4 and the Newton Rebels 0. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by game. Mr. Mark Cavala is back at home, the general manager. So I want to say hi to him and everybody else tuning in. We hope you're enjoying the ball game. Newton Rebels need to get the bats going here, and Hibiki Uchi Dampier as he gets in the batter's box. It's going to bring up the catcher number 15, Hibiki Uchi, here in the top half of the 7th inning. That ball hit into center field. Great effort there by the shortstop, but not able to get to it. He did knock it down, but it's Hibiki Uchi. That shortstop is Kanegi. It went off his glove into center field. So Uchi records his first hit of the game. We'll bring up the center fielder number 14, Sam Kassane. Rebels running out of innings as they've got 7th, 8th, and 9th inning coming up. As they're down 4 by Kassane, and the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. I'd like to remind you that they'll have something special as tonight is swing and a miss there by Kassane. Stand Up for Cancer night here in Great Bend. We'll try to bring you those activities as they go on here in the 7th inning. That ball hit lifted into right field. Right fielder coming in is Henry. Henry makes the catch for out number 1. So fly out to the right fielder for the first out. Sigris. Sigris has struck out twice in the ball game and grounded out to the third baseman. So he's 0 for 3 here tonight. He did come in batting .264 for the Newton Rebels. That one fouled off there by Sigris. Count goes no balls, 1 strike. Runner on at first base as Hibiki Uchi reached on a base hit. 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. Once again, Rebels need to get base runners on. Jaden Saylor so far. Butt attempt by Sigris pulls back. And the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike as that misses outside. Saylor ready to, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball, just missing low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Jack Sigris. He's playing second base this evening for the Newton Rebels. Looking for his first hit here this evening. That one outside for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. A lot of fans here in Great Bend to enjoy the ball game on a nice, cool evening. One breaking ball, missing inside for ball 4. So Sigris will be at first base now on a walk. That moves Hibiki Uchi over, and that will bring up the third baseman, number 55, Nolan Riley. So Riley now on. Riley reached. He has been on base 3 times. Once on a base hit, on a base on balls, and then on an error by the third baseman. Jaden Saylor now facing Nolan Riley. That one missing high for ball 1. Indication when a pitcher's getting tired, when they start leaving those fastballs up. That one was high, and this is his 7th inning of work here tonight. He's done a great job. That one a breaking ball in there for call strike 1. So that will take the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike. He has a total of 7 strikeouts here in the ball game. Has really controlled the Newton Rebels here in the first 6 innings. But they have had base run. Hard hit ball into left field. Left fielder backing up, and that's going to be gone. A 3-run home run by Nolan Riley. And just that quick, the score goes 4-0 of the Great Bend Batcats. Nolan Riley with a 3-run home run for the Newton Rebels. And that is Riley's first home run of the season. So a 3-run home run there by Nolan Riley to take the score to 4-3. That will bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. So now the score 4-3 in favor of the Batcats. And Lincoln Andrews is officially 0 for 1 here tonight as he flew out to center field in the 3rd inning, has walked twice, once in the 1st and once in the 5th, as he was left stranded at first base. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Lincoln Andrews. Hard hit ball, broken bat, and the pitcher had to get out of the way, and in safely at first base is Lincoln Andrews, as the first baseman, Baker, went after the ball that was hit towards second base, and the pitcher, Jaden Saylor, had to get out of the way of that broken bat. That was the barrel of the bat was heading right at him. Yeah, he's explaining there to the third baseman, Ragsdale, that I couldn't do nothing about it. The bat was heading my way. So Andrews will be on at first base. There's no way that he could go cover first base on that ball game. And Roger Ward out to talk to Saylor. Once again, Saylor has really pitched a great game here. That one mistake that he gave Nolan Riley up in the strike zone, then that took the score to 4-3. Clouds are really coming in here in Great Bend. I'll kind of scoop up just a little bit. You can see the clouds. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Enzo the Boom Bonventry, as he comes up here in the top half of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch outside for ball 1. So Andrews is on it, as there is 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. The Rebels have scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 7th. That one missing inside, and great hustle there by Touche, as Lincoln Andrews was not able to go anywhere at first base. Here's Saylor's pitch. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Is going to be out of play. So the count goes to 2 Enzo Bonventre. We are in the top half of the 7th inning. 4-3 is the score in favor of the Batcats. But the Rebels are swing and a miss there by Bonventre. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bonventre just couldn't catch up to that pitch. Taylor's pitch. Ball hit to the left-hand side, going to be fouled off by Bonventre. Count. I'm going to take a look at the radar here if I can get it. Not sure if I'll be able to get it in this area. The count, here's the pitch. Ball fouled off once again by Bonventre. Two balls, 2 strikes. Lincoln Andrews on at first base on a broken bat base hit. The ball was hit between first and second. Yeah. It was an infield hit. That ball fouled off once again by Bonventre. Bonventre fighting hard up there. Again, that ball stayed in the infield, and the first baseman got it, but Saylor was at pitching, was not able to move over since that barrel of the bat was headed towards him. So he just stayed on the mound. Check swing. And he's going to call strike. Not sure what Lincoln Andrews was thinking there. He was off the bag heading towards second base, just walking there, and then all of a sudden realized that the ball was still live, but Bonventre goes down swinging for out number 2. Will be it for Jaden Saylor. We'll see who comes in for the Batcats. Final numbers on Jaden Saylor. He went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 base on balls as he faced 31 batters. So a nice pitching performance there by Jaden Saylor. And once again, Jaden Saylor will be an all-star on Saturday night at the Eck for the Sunflower Collegiate League all-star game. While we have a new pitcher, and I look him up, I want to make sure that we thank all our sponsors: Miller Insurance Agency, American Family Insurance, Duty Works, Conradi Insurance Group, Boston Insurance, Pouch Enterprise, Realty Connections, Store and Stuff in U-Haul, Roofing Services Unlimited, Shamrock Car Wash, Paintball Autos, Remax Associates of Newton, Kansas, the Tim Marler and Family, Carl Hodges, Dr. Brett Wolf's DDS, John and Lori Odom, Newton Rec Commission, Bob Burke, Buy Loco, and Ray Roofing. Also our host families, Connie Miller, Joe Pitlowman, Robin and Christopher Eshelman and Aaron Eshelman, Tammy Schmidt, Chad and Joni Considine, and Zach Bravo, our host families. We couldn't do it without you. We thank you very much. Now we'll see who's coming in to pitch for the Batcats. Number 30?
Yeah.
Thank you. Number 30 is coming in for the Batcats. And that is going to be Grant Thompson. Grant Thompson now coming in to pitch for the Batcats. Grant Thompson is a 6'5", 210-pounder from Barton Community College, Ozuki, Kansas. And I'm probably mispronounced that one. He is 1-2 for the season. He comes in with an 8.21 ERA. Has 1 save, has pitched 15 1/3 innings, has given up, has 12 strikeouts, 8 base on balls and 16 hits so far this season. So Grant Thompson now pitching. First pitch is to Joey Martinez at first base with 2 down now. First pitch was ball 1 to Martinez. That one hitting the outside corner. The count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one is inside for ball to Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss there by Martinez. And that will take the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the top half of the 7th inning, as the Rebels have scored 3 runs to make it 4-3 now. Martinez with a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss there by Martinez, and he goes down. So the top half of the 7th inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. A big 3-run home run by Nolan Riley in the top half of the 7th inning. The score now is 4-3 in favor of the Great Bend Batcats. And a delay here, as this is stand up for cancer. Instead of the 7th inning stretch, they're going to come out and anybody will stand up for cancer. And if you happen to see my little tag here, Naomi Martinez, Miss Mimi Martinez they call her, and she passed away 3 years from cancer. And Mama, we miss you much. This is for you and all those as we stand up for cancer here tonight. We'll go back out to the field as we have Stand Up for Cancer night here in Great Bend. And we'll show you all the players.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we stand united in the fight against cancer. Please join the Great Bend Batcats, the Newton Rebels, and the entire baseball family in standing up to cancer. Visit standuptocancer.org or cancerforkids.org locally to find out how you can help today. Please join us in a moment of silence. Now please remain standing while we hear Just Stand Up. fightingagainstcancer.org or cancerkids.org locally.
Once again, this is for my mom, Mimi Martinez. I have your heart and your pendant, Mom. And we're going to get back to baseball. What a great tribute to all the families, to loved ones, to this terrible disease of cancer. We're going to go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. So it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. And I believe it's okay, it's number 18. That will be let me get back over here. Now pitching for the new hero, David Muto. Yukihiro David Muto now pitching for the Newton Rebels. Yukihiro David Muto is a right-handed thrower, 5'7", 209-pounder. Yamakita Community College freshman. Ichi Japan, he's from Japan, so we want to welcome all those joining us from Japan. We know it's probably around 11 or 1 o'clock on Tuesday morning in Japan. So we'll give you the final numbers for Rocco Armini. As Rocco goes 2 2/3 innings, gives up no runs, 2 base on balls, 4 strikeouts as he faced 10 batters. And Muto will now be facing left fielder number 6, Brady Mitchell. Side. And Andrews getting under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Now there is some lightning up in the area. The fly out to first baseman for the first out. That will bring up the catcher number 15. First pitch to Hussein is ball 1. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Touche. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That one in there for call. Nope, missing high apparently for ball 2. To Touche. Somebody from the first base dugout also thought that was a strike. They hollered out something towards the umpire. That one lifted into left field, deep into left field. And that is a home run by number 15, Trent Touche. A 1-run home run now takes the score in favor of the Great Bend Batcats. There was no doubt about that one as soon as he hit it. So Touche scores for the 2nd time here in the ball game. And now the score. That will bring up the right fielder, number 25, Tyler Henry. So Yukihiro David Muto has given up a home run here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Ball high for ball 1. Henry is 1 for 1 here tonight as he got on a base hit. That one missing low for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Got hit by a pitch and he walked in his last time up. Has been left stranded all 3 times. The first time at third base, the second time at second base. That ball hits the left-hand side. That's going to be in for a base hit as Sigris dove for the ball out into right field there, just in the grass area, was not able to get to it. And that is a Base hit by Henry. His second hit of the game. Hitter number 16, Kristen Oliver. No outs here in the bottom half of the seventh. 5-3 is the score in favor of the Great Bend Batcats. Once again, there is some lightning in the area northeast, or the east, I should say. Check swing there by Oliver, called ball one. 1 ball, no strikes now to Oliver. Once again, we are in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Ball hit to the right-hand side. It's going to be foul. That will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. We are showing some storms up in the northeast corner here of Great Bend. Thunderstorm coming in. That one right past the first baseman. That's going to be in for extra bases. Henry will be moving to third base, and he will be stopped there as Henry will stop at third base. Now there is runners on at second and third with 1 down, and here comes head coach Brett Clark. Looks like at about 3 o'clock in the morning, Great Bend's going to get hit with a big storm. Hopefully we're out of here by then. I'm sure we will be. But you can never say that because like last night, or not last night, but I should say Saturday night innings as we went 12 innings. And now we're going to have a new pitcher. It's going to be number 19. And that will be Carson Frazier. Coming in to will be coming in now. Carson Frazier saw some action in the last ball game, and boy, there's a lot of lightning now up to the north. Where he ended up giving up a 3-run home run here in the 12th inning. So Carson Frazier now in. Carson Frazier's a 6-foot, 155-pounder from Cypress, also from California. He comes in with a 1-1 record, a 12.70 ERA. He has appeared in 13 ball games, has 2 saves, has pitched 24 strikeouts, has given up 19 walks, and 28 hits. So the first batter he'll be facing will be the third baseman, number 2, Chance, with the runners on at second and third and 1 down. The infield is in now for the Newton Rebels as they can't afford to give up any more runs. We have some fans that are heading towards the exits as the lightning is getting not quite near enough to call the ball game, but it is getting close. First pitch is ball 1, and that was low. And here's Frazier's pitch. That one hit to the shortstop. Shortstop or face not going to be in time as the ball gets away. That bounced in front of the first baseman, Andrews. 2 runs will score, and Ragsdale will move clear to third base on the throw. On that throwing error by Riley. With the out there, but just threw the ball into the ground. And Lincoln Andrews was not able to come up with it. That bounced a good 3 feet in front of Andrews. So the score now 7-3 in favor of Great Bend here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Don't be surprised if this game is shortened by the lightning here. That lightning's getting pretty heavy now. That one hit hard into right field. That one's going to be in for a base hit. Carnegie in with his first hit of the ball game and an RBI. And the Great Bend Batcats have scored 4 runs here now in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Eight to 3 is the score in favor of Great Bend. There's a breaking ball in. Throw over to first base, not in time as Carnegie's in safely. No balls, 1 strike now to Alex Rogers. That ball gets away from the catcher. Hibiki Uchi goes to third base, and going to be tagged out at third base is Carnegie as he rounded second and hustled over to third base. Seeing that Uchi had not gotten to the ball yet, but a strike thrown there by Hibiki Uchi at third base for the second out. So a 2-5 put out, and the count should be 1 ball, 1 strike now. That one missing outside for ball 2. As we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 7th. That one gets away from Uchi as that was in the ground. Nobody on base. All 3-1 now the count. That one in there called strike 2. Full count now to Alex Rogers. 8 to 3 is the score in favor of Great Bend as they have scored 4 runs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That's what you need to do as a good team. A ball hit into infield. Correction, that's going to be out to center field. It looked like Sigris was going to make the catch, and all of a sudden he kind of put his arms up like was hit out in center field, and Kassane making the catch for out number 3. Bottom half of the 7th inning for the Batcats. They score 4 runs. No, 1 error, and nobody left on base. So at the end of 7 innings of play, it is the Batcats 8 and the Newton Rebels 3. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels is shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. Score is 8 to 3 in favor of Great Bend by Thompson.
Here you go, GT.
Call ball 1, so 1-0 now the count to Andrew Brotman. That one hit hard by Brotman in for a base hit on a diving effort there by the shortstop. Get to it. So Brotman records his 2nd hit of the ball game. That will bring up the left fielder, number 30, Ricky Hockett. Once again, Ricky Hockett is the scheduled pitcher for tomorrow night's game. Runner on at first base with no out here in the top half of the 8th. Down 8-3. Breaking ball there by Thompson. Called strike one. So the count is no balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. Fastball missing high for ball 1. That will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike. With Brotman on at first base and no out here in the top half of the 8th. Thompson steps off as timeout was called. Now ball thrown over to first base. In safely is Brotman. So here comes the 1-1 pitch by Thompson. And here's the pitch. It calls strike, correction, on the outside corner, so the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Umpire's got just a little bit of a delay there, and that one threw me off. Breaking ball, that one hit right back to the pitcher. He should go to second base as the shortstop, Carnegie, makes the play at second base for the forced out, goes to first, but the ball was dropped by Baker. So we have a 1-6 put out for out number 1. Hockett is on with a fielder's choice, and that will bring up the catcher number 15, Hibiki Uchi. Uchi recorded a base hit his last time up. Also scored as Nolan Riley hit a 3-run home run in the top half of the 7th inning to take the score to 4-3. Great Bend Batcats answered back in the bottom half of the 7th as they scored 4 runs of their own to make it 8-3. Breaking ball side corner. So the count will go now to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hibiki Uchi for A.J. Parcero. Call strike 2. And that Lightning getting awful close here to Burns Memorial's field. Lifted to foul by Uchi. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thompson's ready. And here's the pitch. That one fouled again by Uchi. One ball, 2 strikes to Uchi. Here's the pitch. That one missing outside for ball 2. Fastball. 2-2 now the count. Hockett on at first base with 1 down here in the top half of the 8th inning. That one calls strike 3 as Uchi goes down looking. As Grant Thompson hits that outside corner for the 2nd out. That will bring up the center fielder number 14, Sam Cassane. Cassane is 0 for 3 here tonight. As he grounded out to the first baseman, who threw it to Saylor, the pitcher, recovering in the 2nd inning. Then he flew out to the third baseman on a play near the dugout. And then flew out to right field in the 7th. Breaking ball in there for call strike 1, so the count goes now to 1 ball, 1 strike to Sam Cassane, top half of the 8th inning. Rebels down 8-3. They need some base runners. And Cassane steps out. protective plate on his right foot. On a 1-1 count now. Fouled off there by Cassane. That would take the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boy, the mosquitoes are getting bad out here. Even in the press box, I see the home plate umpire really shooing them away. And I've gotten bit a couple times here. One ball, 2 strikes now to Cassane. Swing and a miss there by Cassane. Catcher throws over to first base for out number 3. So 2 strikeouts inning in the top half of the 8th. As they score no runs on 1 hit of 7.5. It is Great Bend Batcats 8 and the Newton Rebels 3. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball. This is true as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. The score, the Great Bend Batcats 8 and the Newton Rebels. First up here in the bottom half of the 8th inning for the Batcats, second baseman number 8, Colin Meinert. Now, first pitch by Frey, strike 1. Meinert has walked his last 3 times up, scored 1 time. And he flew out his first time at the plate. Count is 1-1. That fastball missing outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Maynard. That one hit into right field. That's going to be in for a base hit. And it may be extra bases as Maynard goes to second. Not going to be in time. And in safely is Meinert with his first hit of the ball game, a double. And we'll bring up the first baseman, number 20, Jake Baker. Baker struck out his last time at the plate, grounded out to the second baseman, reached on a base on balls, and scored a run, and then grounded out to the shortstop. He's 0 for 3 here tonight. But he has scored 1 run. Baker comes in batting .287. That one just missing. So the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check swing. It is strike 3. Check up there enough, and he goes down for out number 1. That will bring up the left fielder, number 6, Brady Mitchell. Down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one missing outside for ball 1. Minard on at second base with one down. That one fouled off by Mitchell. Breaking ball in there for call strike. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Minard. Or correction to Mitchell. Work that one into the ground. Hibiki Uchi is able to scoop it up. So Minard stays at second base. As we do have one down here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hard hit ball into left field. Left fielder Ricky Hockett making the catch for out number 2. Just moved a couple steps to his left, was able to make the catch for the out. We'll bring up the catcher number 15, Trent Touche. Touche hit a home run his last time out. A 1-run home run as nobody was on to make the score 5-3. But then the Batcats scored 3 more runs in that bottom half of the 7th inning to make the score 8-3 now. So 2 down with the runner on at second base here in the bottom half of the 8th. Breaking ball in there for call strike 1, right across the knees. Sorry about that, but the mosquitoes are starting to really bite here. That one missing high for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. To Trent Touche here tonight with a single and a home run. 2 runs scored. Well, Mark Carvalho, if you're listening in, bring some bug spray with you. Ball hit into left field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Coming around third base is Minard. And there's no way they're going to get him. I don't know why we threw home because he was already rounded about a third of the way in before Hockett was able to pick up the ball. And moving over to second base is Touche on the throw in to home. So 1 more run scores. 9-3 is the score in favor of the Batcats. So base hit there by Touche, an RBI. That will bring up the right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. That time the Great Bend Batcats just took what we gave them. But it was a good hit there by, that one fouled off by Henry. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Tyler Henry. As we do have 2 down now. And a runner on at second base once again. That went into the ground. Nice stop by Uchi. Touche goes back to second base. 1 now the count. The breeze feels good, but the mosquitoes are terrible. My back is getting ate up really bad here. All right, count is 3 balls, 1 strike now to Henry. There's the pitch. That one should be ball 4 if that's not a strike. Okay, so Henry will be moving over to first base on a base on balls. And it will bring up the designated hitter number 16, Christian Oliver. Well, I'm not the only one getting ate up. Or the PA announcer here for the Batcats is over there swatting them out of the air. And I see home plate umpire doing the same thing. Throw over to second base, not going to be in time as Touche is back safely. Brotman covering second.
There you go, 1-6.
Oliver is up. Left-handed batter. That one in there for call strike one. No balls, one strike now to Oliver. Oliver reached on a... He got hit by pitch and then a base hit and then a base on balls. That ball hit to the shortstop, Brotman. Brotman's not going to have any play as he was covering second base or leaning towards second base at the time. And that dribbled just to the shortstop position in the infield. So that's going to be a base hit by Oliver. He records his third hit of the ball game. So now Touche will be standing at third base, Henry at second, and Oliver at first base. Now home plate umpire going out to talk to Carson Frazier. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but that's the second time that the home plate umpire has gone out there to talk to a Rebel. Once again, bases full with two down. Here in the bottom half of the three now the score. Ball lifted into center field. Center fielder Kassane back making the catch for out number 3. So fly out for the third out, but not before the Great Bend Batcats score 1 run and 3 left on base. At the end of 8 innings of play, it is the Batcats 9-3. And we'll be right back.
One of you who bought a ticket tonight is going to walk home with some cold hard cash. If I call your number, make your way up to the press box. It's going to be red ticket number 765174. 765174.
And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the 9th inning. The score 9-3 is the score in favor of Great Bend. The Newton Rebels need 6 runs to tie the ball game up. And there's Grant Thompson due up. Will be the second baseman, number 2, Jack Sigris. Sigris reached on the base on balls his last time up. And he scored as Nolan Riley hit a 3-run home run in the top half of the 7th inning. He struck out twice in the first and the second inning, and he grounded out to the third baseman in the 5th inning. So Grant Thompson here for the 9th inning. Breaking ball missing inside for ball 1 as Sigris backs up. Now to Sigris. And here's the pitch. Ball hit hard in between third and short. So Sigris will record his first hit of the ball game here in the top half of the 9th inning. And that's exactly what the Newton Rebels need. They need base runners, as that brings up the third baseman, number 55, Nolan. Rebels are down 9-3. Riley hit a home run, 3-run home run the last time up. So he has 3 RBIs, also hit a double. Reached on a base on balls and an error on the third baseman. First pitch is outside for ball 1. No ball, 1 ball, no strikes now to Riley. That one missing outside for ball 2. 2-0 now the count. That one called strike 1. That hit the outside corner and 1 strike. Swing and a miss there by Riley. And the count will even up now. Well, we have a train that's going by here right back behind the stadium. There goes Sigris to second base, but that is fouled off by Riley. And I was going to say that train's going about as fast as they move in Wichita. Sometimes when you get stuck behind the train there or at the tracks, and it seems like they last forever. Now I know why. Throw over to first base, and Sigris is in safely. There is 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Nolan Riley. As Grant Thompson doing the work for the Great Bend Batcats. Here's the pitch. That's going to be over the second baseman's head. That's going to be in for a hit for Nolan Riley as Riley records his 3rd hit of the ball game. That will bring up the first baseman, number 21, Lincoln Andrews. So Sigris moves to second base. Riley on at first as the Newton Rebels have back-to-back base hits here in the top half of the 9th inning. They are down 9-3 at this time with Lincoln Andrews coming up. Andrews recorded a base hit his last time up and then flew out to center field. That one fouled off by Andrews in the 3rd inning, and then also has 2 base on balls. So he is 1 for 2 here tonight. And outside for ball 1. So the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike now to Lincoln Andrews. Andrews has a total of 6 home runs here this season. I believe he's tied with Enzo Bonventry. Pitch. That one hit hard into right field. That's going to be in for extra bases if it stays in, and it does. 1 run will score. Moving over to third base is Riley, and in safely at second base with a double is Lincoln Andrews. That now takes the score to 9-4. Once again, Riley moved to third base, and Andrews is in with a double and an RBI. That will bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Enzo the Boom Bonventry. And Lincoln Andrews and Enzo the Boom Bonventry all making the all-star team, along with, I believe, Nolan Riley. Let me check and make sure I don't got that right. I know we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sigris, I'm sorry, my bad. So Riley does not make the all-star team. That hard hit ball there by Bonventry, that's going to fall in for a base hit as 1 more run scores, and stopping at third base will be Lincoln Andrews. 5 in favor of Great Bend. A base hit there by Bonventry into center field and 1 RBI. That will bring up, looks like we're going to, that will be Eric Garza. Eric Garza now coming in to pinch hit for Joey Martinez. There is no outs here in the top half of the 9th inning. The score now 9-5. Runners on at first and third. So Eric Garza now coming in to hit. It's a breaking ball in there for call strike one. No balls, one strike now to number 9, Eric Garza. That would even up the count now at 1-1. Low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. As Lincoln Andrews is on at third base, Enzo Bonventry on at first base, and no outs. And the Rebels have already scored 2 runs here in the top half of the 9th inning. 9-5 is the score. One hit hard right up the middle. That may be a double play as the shortstop, Nege, steps on the bag and goes to first for out number 2 with another run. 9-6 in favor of the Great Bend Batcats. So a double play there. A pitcher's friend that will bring up the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman.
Right here, GT. Here you go, kid.
The Brotman now up with 2 down for the 9th inning. Breaking ball, missing low for ball 1. And I'd like to remind you that the Newton Rebels will be at home tomorrow evening as they will host the Great Bend Batcats. We'll be back out here in Great Bend on Wednesday and then back home on Thursday. That ball missing for outside for ball 2. Then we'll have a with the All-Star game coming up on Saturday. Once again, that All-Star game will not be broadcast by Newton KS Rebels channel. It will be broadcast on YouTube, but it will be broadcast by the Sunflower Collegiate League channel. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball missing inside for ball 3. 3-0 now the count to Andrew Brotman as there is 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. 9-6 now is the score in favor of Great Bend. And here's Thompson's pitch. That one missing outside for ball 4. So Andrew Brotman will be on with a walk. And it will bring up the left fielder, number 30, Ricky Hockett. Ricky Hockett came in the 8th inning as he reached on a fielder's choice. So Brotman on at first base with 2 down. But hit right back to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to go to first base for the putout, and that is going to be your ball game. A 1-3 play for the 3rd out. The final score is the Great Bend Batcats 9 and the Newton Rebels 6. Well, we want to thank you very much for coming out and enjoying the ball game with us here tonight. We hope the score being 9-6. Once again, the Newton Rebels will be back at home on Tuesday as they will host the Great Bend Batcats. So the Rebels fall tonight 9-6. We're not going to have any player of the game or anything like that tonight because we have a 2-hour drive home. We're going to have to shut all this stuff down. Once again, this is Frank Martinez, announcer, thanking you for coming out and enjoying the action here tonight on YouTube on Newton KS Rebels channel. You've been watching Newton Rebels baseball. We'll see you tomorrow night, and good night.
See you next year.